All right, this is the west end of the Career Academy. We will be entering into the hallway that goes through the Career Academy, and then there will be classrooms on our north side and lab spaces on our south side. So let's take a look. All right, as you enter, the first room on our left is going to be the alternative high school. Let's go into there. This will replace the alternative high school that's currently at the South Grade building. Kids will be able to come and go from here and get the classes they need to finish their diplomas in a non-traditional school environment. The structure is pretty much, this is how it's going to look. Other than getting painted, there's no ceiling in this space, so it's going to be an exposed ceiling. It's going to be really neat. You can see there's lots of windows and lots of light. That's the theme throughout this building. Lots of windows, lots of light. This space is just a general classroom for all kinds of things that the Career Academy needs. Iowa Central will be using this to teach several classes. That space on the other side is the computer programming classroom, where they will teach the classes for Pillar, coding, and all of those classes that they need for the jobs that will be accessed at Pillar at the Forge. That you can again see lots of light, lots of windows, and very nice, well-lit spaces. Back out into the hallway. We currently have this entrance blocked off because they're doing some work above it, but this will be where you'll go into the agricultural tech area. The first space is the classroom, and then behind it is its lab. So that'll be agricultural tech. Heading down this hallway, you can see above us lots of air conditioning units, the piping for the heating, the piping for the water, the piping for the sprinkling. All of those spaces are above us. It's really taking shape in here. This room here is going to be the AutoCAD room, and that room will be the machining lab. We'll come around into those from a different side. So in here, this is the health classrooms, the healthcare classrooms. So we'll teach the nursing programs, the tech, X-ray tech, those kinds of classes. Has its own classroom space, has its own restroom, so that they can learn to take samples of urine and blood and all those kinds of things that they have to take, and how to take those safely, and then storage for all of their equipment they need for doing all of the healthcare kind of things. So we can come out this way. This space will be the main entrance to the Career Academy. It will have a full glass entrance there, and then an entire glass wall along here dividing the office and a conference room. But it'll be fully glass, so it'll be all open, and you can see very easy to see into those spaces. Yep. Yeah, and I should point that out. Good point, Steve. You can see those little holes in the decking. That is insulation above that allows for our sound to go up in there and get caught and not bounce back on us. So it's great acoustics. That's how we can leave these spaces open without any kind of covered ceiling, is we have acoustics that way. Because otherwise you can see looking around, everything's a hard surface. So you need a place for that sound to go and die so it doesn't reverberate. Good point. All right, next to this is the kitchen area. This is the kitchen area for the students. So this side of that track that you can see kind of coming down the middle there's a wall that can fold there and be folded back into that space there. This side is Iowa Central's kitchen. That side is the Ram Restaurant kitchen. But for the most part, they'll probably share a lot of the space most of the time. But there'll be times when they're going to need to have two separate kitchens for classes. So they have that ability. They'll share some common space like this cooler and some storage space, but the cleaning space, they'll share that. But for the most part, they'll have this nice open area with all that light coming in. And then we'll head down here, and this is where the actual people will come and eat. So this is Ram Restaurant. The patrons for Ram Restaurant will come in through there. They'll pull up and park out here in the north side of the Career Academy and come up through the main entrance and then into here through a door that's going to be an all-glass door. There'll also be a door there that's could be used to come and go, but it's mostly as an exit in case of a fire. So the public this will be where they come to eat, where they come to spend their time. You can see they can be accessed for the servers through the window. There'll be some counters along this side over here where they'll prepare their drinks and stuff. So this will be the new space for Ram Restaurant to serve the public. So this corridor then, as we go down this is a service corridor, and this space along in here we'll see is this food service kitchen for the district and its lunch program. So this is the food service kitchen. You can see the cooler and freezer unit is already in place. There's some restrooms and some office space back there, but this is the kitchen space we're in. Dry storage in this space back here. That window is for where the students will turn in their trays to get them washed. The washing area is over there. The actual students will come. They'll come out of the commons area through this door, get their food in what's called a servery. It'll have salad bars and buffet trays and all kinds of things through here, all the way through here. They'll go out that big entrance and they'll eat in chairs and tables just right outside there in the commons. This area right off here is the concession stand that will serve the public when we have an event. So that will be a window into the concession stand. It'll have a counter in there and a door that'll come down. And that's accessed off the commons area for the public. All right, let's head back that way. Yeah, show me. This is the power center where all the power for the entire building comes into this space and then is transmitted throughout the building. It was put in the Career Academy because the heaviest load usage-wise is in the Career Academy, primarily the welding units. So the biggest wires are taken there, so we shortened those wires by putting this in here. But all the rest of the building feeds off of the electrical that's coming here, and it is in, and it's all functional now. The three-phase electrical thing has been hooked up, and it's working. The transformers are working. There's some more that gets in here, but all of this is in and working. We are on permanent power in the building now.
The box that you see open is not live yet,
right?
So that's reading it's not covered up, so
right.
It can be left that way since it's not live. They just got it hooked up, but there's no live power there.
Right. They're continuing to put wiring in.
Yeah.
The boxes that are closed are live.
Yep.
So this room is Brent's favorite room. It's where the IT room will be. So all of the servers and everything will be inside that room, and all of for the entire building. So everything will come back to there and home run back to there for all of this kind of wiring. All right, let's head down through the labs. These are some restrooms for the Career Academy right here. Men's, women's, and then a family restroom unit right there. Again, going past the main entrance. And now we're going to go into the lab area, which is on the south side of this corridor. There's some work going on up above, so we have this area closed off to hold in the heat in the Career Academy. This is the construction lab. Probably when we all went to school, it was called the wood shop. But primarily this will be where they teach wood type classes, and then the construction program for Iowa Central will be based in here. You can see they're starting to install what's called translucent panel in above there, and that will go all the way around the top of the Career Academy, letting in all that natural light that keeps this area lit up. You can tell right now it's fairly light, and we have 4 light bulbs in here. 5, I guess. So, I mean, this is a very bright space. It's going to be well lit. We're going to not need a lot of electric light. That should help hold down the power bill. All of these labs are hooked together by these doors. There will be a big coiling door that comes up and down, so they're separated, but all the lab spaces are hooked together. This space is the welding space. There'll be 12 welding units in here, plus room for the instructor and all of that, all the equipment that they need, but primarily the welding units will be up in that area. 12 welding stations is a very nice sized lab. I think a lot of folks would be happy to have half that. We're really pleased to have such a nice lab. This then is the machining rooms. And through that window, we can head over there and just kind of stick our head in there, but, well, we can go around there. Yep. This is the AutoCAD room in here. So, watch this one. So this space, this AutoCAD room is accessed off the corridor for kids to come in here and draw. It also has access into the welding and the machining areas to take their discs after they've drawn things, take them in, put them on either the lathes or the other machines, and have those machines make the piece that they just designed on AutoCAD. If they need, and then they can see if they need to make some changes to it, come back into AutoCAD room, rework their drawing a little bit, go make another part, make sure it's going to work. It's really a great skill set that they can learn that's very applicable to the rest of the construction world. So one more lab. And this is the Ag Tech Lab, and we're storing a lot of ductwork in here, so you kind of can't tell. It has its classroom on the front side, and then this lab space on the back side.
The ductwork that you do see in here will be over in the auditorium.
Yep.
So it goes up in the big auditorium. That's when they're staging it here. So when we get over there, we'll kind of show you the direction to where that goes. That kind of gives you people a grasp of where all this is going.
Yep. And so here we are in this last room in the Career Academy then is this Ag Tech classroom. We came in just outside that window in the corner. That's where we came into the building. Again, you can see all these openings, lots of glass, lots of light in these spaces. We've got 2 light bulbs in here. That's great light. Fantastic. All right, that's the Career Academy.